Okay, so we are going to start off by solving for y. This very first example should be somewhat familiar to you because we did something very similar back when we were looking at rewriting something as a function of x. So remember that anytime we have a problem that has a denominator, like this one where we have a -3, we want to first get rid of that denominator by multiplying both sides by -3. Okay, by multiplying both sides by -3, the -3 over here on our right hand side will actually cancel each other out. So we'll end up with -3x equals 2y minus 7. Now remember, when you're solving for y, it's all about getting y by itself. We want to move things that are added or subtracted onto y first, and then we do our division last. So in that case, that means we want to add the 7 to both sides since he is subtracted from our y. We got to do it to both sides. Remember, you can't actually add the -3 and the 7 since that has an x and this one does not. So all we're going to do is write them on the same side here. We're going to say -3x plus 7 equals 2y. Again, the 7's are going to cancel each other out. And then the last thing we're going to do is we are going to divide by that 2. Remember, when you're dividing by 2, everything on both sides gets divided by 2. So make sure when you do this, you place this entire statement over 2. And here our 2's are going to go away. And we are going to get -3x plus 7 divided by 2 equal to y. And if you don't like the fact that your y is on the left hand side, you can go ahead and rewrite this, basically just flipping them around and saying y equals -3x plus 7 all divided by 2. And we really can't do anything to reduce this down because 3, 2, and 7 do not have anything in common. Alright, so our next problem is extremely similar, except for the fact that you'll notice that the bottom of my fraction isn't just a number like the previous one, it's actually an expression 2y plus 4. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did on the last one, except what we are going to multiply is by that entire denominator, the 2y plus 4. So we're going to multiply on both sides by 2y plus 4. Okay, now over here again on our left hand side, the 2y plus 4's are going to cancel each other out, leaving you with just the numerator, or that 3 on top for our left hand side. Now over here, you are going to take this x and actually distribute him, which means you're going to multiply it by the 2y as well as by the 4. So that's going to give us 2xy plus 4x equal to 3. So again, now we're trying to solve for y. We want to get anything added or subtracted on to our y first. So that means we need to move this positive 4x since he is added to our y term. And we're going to move that by subtracting 4x from both sides. So now we're going to have 2xy is equal to 3 minus 4x. And again, if you wrote that backwards and put the -4x first and the 3 second, that's perfectly fine. So now remember, when you have three things together like this, this is 2 times x times y. And remember, the opposite of multiplication is division, so we want to divide by both the 2 and the x, since that's what we want to get away from our y variable here. And again, if we do it to the left hand side, we also have to do that to the right hand side. Again, our 2 and our x are going to cancel each other out. So we're going to get y equals 3 minus 4x divided by 2x. And this would be our answer for the second question. Now, the third question is actually pretty much the exact same question as number 2. I just wanted to give you just another example, make sure we're all on the same page. Again, I have something bigger than just a number in my denominator, but that doesn't matter. I take and multiply by exactly what's in my denominator. So 2y minus 3, 2y minus 3. Again, over here on my left hand side, my 2y minus 3's are going to cancel each other out, which is what I wanted to begin with. Over here on the right, we're going to distribute this x. So that's going to give us 2xy minus 3x equal to 2. Again, remember we always want to move the things that are added or subtracted first, so that means that we need to get this negative 3x over here to the other side. So we are going to add 3x to both sides. So we're going to have 2xy is equal to, and again these 3x's are going to cancel each other out, and we're going to get 2 plus 3x. Again, one last thing, again 2x times y, so if we want to get rid of multiplication, we are going to divide both sides by 2x. Again, the 2x's here are going to cancel each other out, leaving us just a y over here on the left hand side. On the right hand side we're going to have 2 plus 3x divided by 2x, and this would be our answer for the third problem.